The Reformation of the 16th century, initiated by Martin Luther in 1517, led to a widespread break from the Catholic Church, resulting in the formation of various Protestant movements. In response, the Catholic Church launched the Counter-Reformation, also known as the Catholic Reformation, to address corruption, reaffirm Catholic doctrines, and combat the spread of Protestantism. This movement, which began in the 1540s, aimed to reform internal church practices while aggressively resisting Protestant influence through religious, political, and military means. The Counter-Reformation was driven by a renewed emphasis on education, stricter discipline among clergy, and the use of institutions like the Jesuits to strengthen Catholicism. A major aspect of the Counter-Reformation was the Council of Trent, 1545 to 1563, which served as the Church's formal response to Protestant criticisms. The Council reaffirmed traditional Catholic teachings, including the authority of the Pope, the necessity of sacraments, and the importance of both faith and good works for salvation, rejecting the Protestant belief in sola fide, faith alone. It also condemned the sale of indulgences, though it maintained their validity, and implemented reforms to improve clergy education and eliminate corruption. The Council's decrees strengthened Catholic doctrine and reinforced the Church's authority at a time when it was losing followers to Protestantism. Another key development of the Counter-Reformation was the rise of the Jesuit order, Society of Jesus, founded by Ignatius of Loyola in 1534. The Jesuits became the Church's most effective tool in spreading Catholicism and countering Protestant ideas. They focused on education, establishing schools and universities across Europe, and engaged in missionary work in the Americas, Asia, and Africa. Jesuits also served as advisors to Catholic monarchs, helping to implement policies that suppressed Protestantism, particularly in Spain, France, and parts of the Holy Roman Empire. Their dedication to discipline, education, and missionary activity played a crucial role in revitalizing the Catholic Church. The Counter-Reformation also intensified the Church's use of censorship and the Inquisition to combat Protestant influences. The Index of Prohibited Books, 1559, was established to ban Protestant writings, humanist works, and any literature deemed heretical. The Roman Inquisition, revived in the 1540s, prosecuted individuals accused of heresy, including prominent intellectuals such as Galileo Galilei, whose scientific ideas conflicted with church teachings. In Catholic territories, strict measures were taken to suppress Protestant movements, leading to religious persecution, forced conversions, and in some cases, violent conflicts such as the Spanish Inquisition and the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, 1572, where thousands of French Huguenots were killed. Politically, the Counter-Reformation fueled religious wars across Europe. The 30 Years' War, 1618-1648, was one of the most destructive conflicts, involving Catholic and Protestant states fighting for religious and territorial control. The war ended with the Peace of Westphalia, 1648, which granted religious tolerance to Protestants in many parts of Europe, but marked the decline of Catholic dominance. Meanwhile, Catholic monarchies, such as Spain and France, reinforced their support for the Pope, strengthening Catholic influence in southern Europe, while Protestantism remained dominant in the north. The Counter-Reformation was led by several key figures who played crucial roles in reforming the Catholic Church, defending its doctrines, and combating the spread of Protestantism. These leaders included popes, theologians, religious orders, and monarchs who worked to strengthen Catholicism through reforms, education, and missionary activities. Pope Paul III is considered the first major leader of the Counter-Reformation. He convened the Council of Trent, 1545 to 1563, which addressed corruption within the Church, reaffirmed Catholic doctrines, and responded to Protestant criticisms. He also approved the Jesuit order, Society of Jesus, in 1540, which became one of the most powerful forces in spreading Catholicism and countering Protestant influence. His leadership set the foundation for Catholic revival and reform. Ignatius of Loyola was the founder of the Jesuits, one of the most influential religious orders of the Counter-Reformation. His book, Spiritual Exercises, 1548, provided a disciplined method of prayer and meditation, which became a cornerstone of Jesuit training. The Jesuits focused on education, missionary work, and defending Catholic doctrine, establishing schools and universities across Europe, and spreading Catholicism to Asia, Africa, and the Americas. Pope Pius V was a strict reformer who implemented the Council of Trent's decrees and took measures to enforce discipline among clergy. He excommunicated Queen Elizabeth I of England in 1570, calling for her removal due to her Protestant policies. He also played a key role in organizing the Holy League, which led to the Battle of Lepanto, 1571, a major naval victory against the Ottoman Empire that strengthened Catholic influence in Europe. Pope Gregory XIII is known for his efforts in promoting Catholic education and missionary work. He reformed the Julian calendar, creating the Gregorian calendar, 1582, which is still used today. He also supported Catholic rulers in their fight against Protestantism, including the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, 1572 in France, where thousands of Huguenots, French Protestants, were killed. His policies helped strengthen Catholic resistance against Protestant expansion. Philip II of Spain was one of the most powerful Catholic monarchs of the Counter-Reformation. As King of Spain, he aggressively promoted Catholicism, suppressing Protestant movements in his territories, including the Netherlands Revolt. He also launched the Spanish Armada, 1588, in an unsuccessful attempt to invade Protestant England and restore Catholic rule. His rule strengthened Catholicism in Spain and its colonies. In conclusion, the Reformation and Counter-Reformation reshaped Europe, leading to religious pluralism, political changes, educational advancements, and economic transformations. The Reformation broke the Catholic Church's monopoly over Christianity, leading to religious wars and new political structures, while the Counter-Reformation reinforced Catholic doctrine and authority. Despite conflicts and persecutions, both movements contributed to the modernization of Europe, encouraging literacy, education, and individualism. Their impact extended beyond Europe, influencing global history through missionary work, colonialism, and the spread of Christianity in new territories. The legacy of these religious movements continues to shape societies and religious practice today. Thank you for listening.